I mean, I'd say the probability is like, what, 1 in a trillion? It's a pretty improbable in it. Yes, look at it. 2 new girls in the room. Hey, girls. Well, 1 new girl. The other girl was sleeping. Now she's awake. Yeah. And the other one's just got a face. Yeah, Ash. I like the face. It's good. Works for me.
Well, basically what you're saying is if it's not relevant to the society or existence of the human, then it's not relevant.
Yes, intelligence, the only purpose of intelligence is to solve problems. Intelligence has nowhere to go if it doesn't have a problem to work on. It has to have some sort of incentive, right? So if there aren't harmable consciousnesses in the universe, then intelligence would, fuck do I give a damn? Oh, that's right, I don't give a fucking damn, because I don't feel, I don't care. Nothing can be harmed one way or the other, so nothing matters. There's no point in contemplating facts for the sake of facts. It's meaningless pursuit. The only reason why any of this matters to us is because we think knowledge can improve our situation. We're under the delusion that we can somehow fix our condition, that we can improve our condition. Its value to us is because it's through intelligence that we can do this fixing. My argument is that we know all we need to know to deal with the human equation. We know we're desire machines. We know how to satisfy desire. We know how to change desires. We know that we're conditioned animals. We know a lot of things about how human beings work. So we have plenty of tools to apply to the problem of our psychology. Quantum mechanics is not a relevant tool. It's not going to fix the human need problem. Goodbye, Dennis guy. Well, he left already. Could have said goodbye better than that, just leaving like that. But whatever. Bob Dylan.
Okay, Gary, but what about suffering? I mean, is suffering of another animal not a problem?
Well, I don't know why you're talking to me about that, because I'm actually probably one of the loudest mouths on YouTube on the subject. But yes, of course, animal suffering is a big fuck.
Okay, so we can use our intelligence to better not just the existence of us as a human race, but other beings as well. And not just
Beings is
but
a weird way to put it. Beings is a weird way to put it, I'm afraid, but whatever. Yeah, of course, we would apply the benefits of anything we learn to these other animals stuck in this circumstance. But guess what? What we've learned is there's probably a good idea to give all the animals condoms, because they're not accomplishing anything either. They're fruitlessly chasing desire, and the reason why the fucking game makes any sense to even them is because they drop fucking dead. Okay? I mean, it's stupid. It's a pointless, redundant, do-over. We're like a computer that just keeps rebooting. It just reboots. It never does anything. It just reboots, and then reboots, and then reboots. And what the fuck's the point in it? You wouldn't buy that.
well, we've obviously done something. I mean, if you can come up with that conclusion through evolutionary theory, and
Yes, we've made holocausts. We've made holocausts. We've had giant black plague, slaughters. We've got the AIDS virus. Yeah, we've got lots of fun going on here. What the fuck? You mean? What have we accomplished? We built pyramids. What else did human beings do? What the fuck have we accomplished? Oh yeah, we got special sauce. That's right. We got 7 ingredients on the special sauce for our Big Macs. What else did we accomplish? Yeah, well, that's subjective, so we really don't want to get that into the conversation. That's going back to the Tarzan
Well,
thing. We're
there's
doing the
still a
philosophy thing
lot of
now, nuclear. This is philosophy, Einstein-y stuff, not Tarzan-y stuff. But anyway, point taken. But the point is, the human race has not accomplished anything. I mean, on a meaningful scale. All we do is we've maximized this problem. We've created 3 billion people who are living on $1.50 a day. We've created lots of places for parasites, lots of colons for parasites to live in. But, you know, realistically...
We've ended the suffering of a lot of species by causing their extinction. That should count for something, right?
Yeah, well, that's good.
That should count for something, right?
Yeah, that's the one thing on the plus side is that we have related some of the problem. But unfortunately, other animals took their place. So it's still a lose. Look at all the rats we made. I mean, we created huge overpopulation in the rats. Cockroaches. Look what we've done for cockroaches. I mean, how we've been subsidizing cockroaches for thousands of years. That huge cockroach subsidy. We got to end that.
Well,
we don't have anything that will kill them.
Well, do you know? I mean, do you know? Look, any in my opinion, you know, on my theory of the mind, anyway, I would argue that intelligence comes after feelings. Okay. I mean, and intelligence is built on memory and learning. So any organism, wow, big leg. I'll wait. Okay, my theory of mind, any organism that can learn probably feels. Because the only way it can validate learned experiences, good or bad, or do it inside the brain, is through sentience. So in my opinion, any organism that can demonstrate any capacity to learn probably has some sentience. So yes, cockroaches do learn. They are capable of learning, so they probably are sentient.
Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and move on from that subject, because that's not really... What do you think separates us
Whatever
from
that means.
chimpanzees and such? I've been doing a lot of research and the like, and they're really...
Vocabulary. It's all vocabulary.
Hendrix's only hit was a Bob Dylan song.
As in vocabulary, you mean
Yeah,
language?
well, whatever. Hendrix, Bob Dylan, they're all overrated. Yeah, well, that's all there is. It's the language. That's the difference. Our brains, somewhere 40 or 80,000 years ago, something switched in our brains, and how it devotes a little more space to vocabulary and language. And that extra space means we can have a full vocabulary. And I think the perfect example of how this works is probably Helen Keller. I mean, she was a chimpanzee, basically, before she had a language. And when she had a language, the whole world changed for her. So it's all about this vocabulary thing. That's the distinction between us and the apes. If you gave a gorilla enough words, you know, it's going to be human.
I saw The Miracle Worker. I kind of cried at the end.
Well, the water thing, the water moment was kind of special, you know. Oh, she gets it. It's about water. Yes, water. This means water. You're like, oh. Yeah, it's a little touching.
Well, in terms of Helen...
Has anyone read, or...
Never mind.
I'm just saying that Helen Keller gives a perfect example of what happens to somebody without vocabulary and what happens when they have vocabulary.
Fun fact,
and that's the dramatic difference. It's
Helen
the vocabulary.
Fun fact.
I haven't heard the
book
porn
called Lies.
diaries.
My
I don't
teacher
know.
told me about about how she's been, like, how textbooks, well, it's about different problems with textbooks, but one of the things she talks about is how they kind of whitewashed who Helen Keller turned out to be, and they never mentioned that she became like I think she was an anarchist or a Marxist, and she was a really kind of political